On behalf of Mastodon women's basketball and Fort Wayne athletics, we are just so thrilled to announce our 10th annual. And I can't believe I'm saying the number 10. We were just talking numbers over there. 10 of anything is pretty exciting, but 10 years of a successful event for our community is something really we can be proud of, and we are. As the director of athletics, I get to represent literally thousands of students and coaches and alumni and fans as we involve in a variety of ways with our community, and also in our community to be associated with a partner like the Vera Bradley Foundation who inspire us and motivate us to help raise both funds and awareness to this cause. Each year we look forward to this event and also the opportunity to celebrate breast cancer survivors. And they show up and they look forward to it, and we roll out the pink carpet for them, pink balloons too. Sponsors of this year's event include, and we thank them, Lutheran Health Network, Wayne TV, The Arch, and Lam Glass and Engraving. Some special gifts that day we'll give away. A little more about the event. January 28th, noon luncheon followed by the basketball game. The Pink Out luncheon starts at noon and tickets are $20. That includes both the luncheon and the ticket to the game. Survivors are invited, of course, as our guests, our special guests that day, and the end to the game. A silent auction always occurs leading up to the game and during the game, and it includes many gifts, including Vera Bradley bags that we were just talking about you never can have too many of, and we always want the new ones. Of course, the Fort Wayne women's basketball team will be competing that day at 2 o'clock. They take on the IUPUI Jaguars. We look forward to that and their participation in this event, an event they feel very passionate about. They also wear pink uniforms. We look forward to that and other pink accessories to bring both attention and awareness to that cause. Yeah, you know what? I wasn't director of athletics at that time, but our student athletes last year performed 3,000 hours of community service. So we always look for partners and ways we can partner with the community and what a cause, because a cause like this, I think, has probably touched, unfortunately, everyone in this room's lives, the lives of our student athletes, our coaches. The good news is those stories are starting to change, because they're starting to change into stories of hope and surviving and a positive message about early detection. In fact, I have my own personal reasons for supporting this. Just this last year, a student athlete I coached at another institution, early detection. This woman was in her 30s, early detection, and caught it early enough and just got married, had a baby. But boy, that was key, because her mother had a different story. Well, it certainly has become a campus a campus tradition and a partnership with the Vera Bradley Foundation that not just, I should emphasize, not just our women's basketball team and student athletes, but other teams in our department. They sell these little pink ribbons. When I say sell them, they go around and give those ribbons away. And my daughter proudly prints her name on it to be posted at the competition, and those funds directly support the Vera Bradley Foundation. So it is something that we look forward to. And there are women who come to this event, survivors, we're talking 10-year survivors at least, and they've come to this event and look forward to it every year. Yeah, good question. Our goal this year, we're talking 10,000 this year, but at year's end, we've given checks like that over to the Vera Bradley Foundation to stay here in Fort Wayne to help that cause.
Partnerships like these are so important for the foundation. Being a part of the community, but also with our common goal of funding breast cancer research. We could not be doing it on our own without these great individuals that are helping us do this, and it is making a huge difference. When you were talking about the impact and the changes, we are seeing survival rates being longer. We are seeing, with that early detection, better outcomes, and it has to do with research. It's being able to understand what's going on with breast cancer, how to detect it early, the healthy lifestyle, the better treatments, so that we're having better outcome is so important. So the money we're raising here at these events is having a direct impact, because 100% does go to breast cancer research down at the Vera Bradley Foundation for Breast Cancer Research Laboratories at IU. So it's very important. We thank you for these partnerships.
Yeah, do you guys keep track of where the money comes from? I mean, could you say ballpark how much you've raised from this event?
Actually, I was pulling that up as we were pulling. It's nearly $50,000 so far. Again, with the different events and stuff, had to pull up some from different, because they have other, not just the women's basketball, but other teams, and we've been doing it for 10 years. But it is nearly $50,000 from these events, which is phenomenal. They do give it invitations, and as we were talking, Cassie, we were talking that it's got a call from a woman. It's like, oh, I know it's about time for the Pink Out game, and I'm waiting for my invitation, because she comes every year. So yeah, it's a tradition that these survivors, and what's great, 10-year survivors, and survivors that are much longer. I think we had 20 years last year at the luncheon, 35. So celebrating these survivors, and that's what this is all about. It's a fun event. It's great basketball, and we're raising money for a great cause, so we can have and say we have a lot more survivors. I believe it's at halftime. What we do is we invite all the survivors to come on out, and it's actually a parade, a survivors parade, and it's based on how many years. So you can see, I mean, it really spotlights from 1 year or less than a year all the way up to the 35 year, and have a great picture, and they're all smiling, and it's how many? I'm trying to remember how many survivors we had last year. 112 survivors celebrating, and it's truly a celebration, all in their pink, and with their family. I mean, it's not just them, it's their family members and their supporters that might have helped them through this process. So it's not just the survivors, it's the whole community involved. It's about celebration. It's about hope. When you see these women that have gone through a pretty ugly disease, and they're there happy and wanting to fund research, because they know they're here today because of the advancements that we as a community, because we don't know who's going to be affected next. So, come on out and support, help fund the research, help fund so we can have more survivors. So that way, when that person gets diagnosed the next, in a year, they'll be like, oh, it's okay, because the research is such that it's not something I have to be scared about. The advancements are there that I want to be a 35-year survivor on that court at IPFW for their Pink Out game in 35 years.
All right. On behalf of our women's basketball team, I'm just really, really excited to be part of this event and have our team be part of such a great cause. I've heard that this event brings so many survivors, and like they were saying, a lot of hope. And we are going to do our best to help raise money as well. Today, we just set up a fund page on the Vera Bradley Foundation website. We are selling these for $5. And if you go to our Mastodon.com's website, you can purchase yours, which will be displayed at our game, and you can proudly put your name that you are part of the cause as well, or part of the solution as well. For us, we also are part of Dons for a Cure, which means for every 3-point basket made this year at the men's or women's game, we will be donating money. And last year we raised about $5,100 for that as well in the donation. This is a great event. As you know, about 1 in 8 women are affected by this disease. And like they said, it is now not a sentence of disparity. It's actually this great thing of hope, and especially with our donations that we can fund further research. Like I said, there's a lot more survivors. We polled the team, and every single one of us either knows somebody close to us or has friends or family that have been affected by this. So we are stepping up in a big way and making sure that we are reaching out to try to bring as much awareness to this cause as possible. Well, we talk a lot about our team, about giving back, and when you graduate, being a part of solutions and effectiveness in your community, and this gives us a chance to give back right now and learn through this. We asked our players, and when Casey came to us and talked to us about the event and approached us about how we are going to make a difference, we really said, take it upon yourself, step up, and let's be part of this solution. And that's what we talk about in our program in general. And so this gives us an opportunity, to voice that. Oh, very much so. You know, they get to put on their pink jersey, and to them, it's not just a game. It actually means something. It has a meaning behind it, going out there and playing for survivors, and, you know, them coming out to support us, and in reciprocation, we're supporting them as well. Yes, I have, and the great exciting thing about this is on a much larger scale. Which I'm very excited about because, you know, 112 survivors coming out to a game, pouring hope into the lives and people in the stands, in addition to our team. That's a great turnout. You know, I was really proud of our players yesterday. One of them had come in and they were walking the halls. They were walking the halls, knocking on doors, asking for support. And so we're out there trying the best we can. And Casey said if we run out, we can go right to her office and grab some more. So that is definitely a goal. Okay, cash transactions only, okay? And again, if you're not approached, you can definitely go to our Go Mastodons website and sign up online.